In this episode, I want to talk about something that I call the need that is real and real everywhere, and that is the need for deep, intimate relationships in our lives. It's really this need that drives us, that drives our behavior, that drives our decisions on who we're going to be with and what we're going to do. And if we're going to be successfully single in the city or wherever we live, then we need to talk a little bit about this need. I just got back from a wonderful 10 days in Japan and then in Taiwan. And I found that the need exists everywhere. I had some great conversations with women over there and men too about this need, the need for relationships. How do we pursue them and find them and really satisfy that longing in our hearts? The reality is that the need is real. I used to have people come up to me and say, well, you know, Lynette, when you finally quit wanting a relationship so badly or wanting to be married, that's when it's going to happen for you. And honestly, I think that's a bunch of bunk. It's not real. It's like saying, well, when I quit being hungry, then I'll quit trying to be fed or find satisfaction for what I'm longing for. And it's just not true. I do, however, think that there are healthy ways and unhealthy ways to respond to the need. First is, let's talk a little bit about the unhealthy ways. I think most people, myself included, have made a lot of mistakes just by, first of all, denying the need or not being honest about the need, and then going and trying to find substitute solutions to really fill the need. So what are the unhealthy ways that we approach it? Well, first of all, one of the first unhealthy ways, I think, is that we focus only on the need. We say, this is the all-consuming centerpiece of my life, and so now I'm just going to gear my whole life around satisfying this need. So it's about who do I know, and who can I meet, and where can I go this weekend, and how can I make myself more attractive, and how can I find some people who introduce me to someone, and constantly just putting this need as the centerpiece of my life, and creating all of my activities and my focus around the need. That's an unhealthy response. Remember, the need is legitimate. It's real. Of course we want satisfying deep personal relationships, but we don't need to make it the centerpiece of our lives. I think the second way that we focus on it in an unhealthy way is that we take anyone's attention to meet the need. We just say, I don't care who it is, just give me attention, just give me relationship. And as a result, we're not near picky enough, near particular enough about just who we're going to let into our hearts and into our lives. We all know those kind of people, and I've had those moments in my life where I was just willing to go out with anyone and accept anyone that would just ask me to be their date. When the reality is that most of my most miserable moments as a single were after a bad date, after being with someone who had no capacity to meet me physically, mentally, spiritually, in any way. And by physically, I just mean being present, being there, respecting me physically, and not just wanting to take advantage of me in a full way. So a lot of times what we do is we just simply say, I'll take anyone, when the reality is it's not the healthy way to respond. In just a moment, I'm going to talk about what are the healthy ways to respond. And then I think the last thing is that we make it physical. We think that physical intimacy is going to satisfy the need. In reality, physical intimacy is intended to express the intimacy that's already there in the relationship. This is where so many people have it so wrong. I mean, people going around, sleeping around, trying to find that physical oneness, that intimacy, that really can only begin and start with mutual respect, a healthy, friendship-based relationship that ultimately expresses itself, I believe, in the confines of marriage, in the physical oneness that we're meant to have. So those are three, I think, really unhealthy ways that people express the very legitimate need for relationships. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about what are some of the really healthy, life-giving ways that we can meet our real needs.